Coming up on Mountain News this morning, SOAR is getting prepared for its final day as leaders across Appalachia talk about new initiatives. And Morehead State's aerospace program received new funding that will lift the program out of the stratosphere.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're at 6 o'clock this Friday morning, and today is October 18th. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I'm so excited to leave the cold in this week, but I won't rush you.
Yeah, I hope that these warmer weather do get a little bit rushed because I would like it to be warmer too. This morning is still cold. We do have the warmer weather to look forward to though, so that is something good. But if you're heading out the door and you're worried about fog, let's take a look at that visibility for the area. Most of us will be in the clear. However, from Middlesboro, Jacksboro, and Harlan, we're seeing a patch of fog there. It's a little bit denser as you go more south. So if you're driving in or around that area, just make sure you are prepared this morning. And looking at Knott County right now, you can see there's not a lot of fog going on there. But those temperatures, although they are quite cold today, we're in that 30-degree mark for a majority of the area. There are some places a little bit warmer. Jackson 41 degrees, but it's definitely a cold day. We will be warming up though, so there's that positive, and we'll be getting up into the upper 60s and 70s for some areas, and we'll continue to warm for the next couple days too, so that's something to look forward to. But for the next couple of hours, we'll be nice and clear with that high temperature happening around that 4 p.m. mark today. Sunrise at 7:45 a.m. and I'll have the bus stop forecast in a couple of minutes. Madison?
All right, Megan, thank you. Family members say a mother and her 3 children died in a Carroll County house fire early yesterday morning. A 3-year-old survived and was eventually taken to a hospital in Louisville. Her condition is not known. Police say firefighters got to the scene within minutes, but the house was already engulfed. It is not known how the fire started. A vigil was hosted last night to honor those who died. Fire crews in Somerset responded to a fire at an apparent homeless encampment. Crews say they noticed a large amount of smoke coming from the wooded area behind Speedway North while en route to investigate. After receiving several 911 calls, dispatch sent crews to the scene. Upon arrival, they found a large fire involving clothes and other items, along with a tent, shopping carts, and trash scattered throughout the area. Kinetic is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information about copper thefts. It caused a widespread outage for hours Wednesday in the Cumberland area of Harlan County. Responding Kinetic technicians saw 2 people who appeared to be vandalizing infrastructure. Yes, service was restored, but officials say this was the 3rd outage in the same area this year. If you have any information, you should call police or Kinetic at the number on your screen. The SOAR Summit celebrated the end of its 2nd day with music and a gathering, wrapping up in downtown Pikeville. The reception at the University of Pikeville Benefactors Plaza wrapped up a day of session speakers and sharing ideas. But besides the celebration, officials said the main idea was focused on discovering ways to grow Appalachia in each of its unique regions.
The biggest thing I've seen is, we have all the resources here and the people to solve all our own issues and to create new economic opportunities and educational opportunities like we do here at UPike. And, it's just really inspiring to be around people like we've seen the past few days.
The final day of the SOAR Summit begins today with a host of special guest speakers and some funding announcements expected. You can watch it live here on WYMT beginning at 9 this morning. The general store at Pine Mountain Crossing quickly became a Letcher County staple after opening in 2021. Now, after closing earlier this year, the store has reopened under new ownership. The new owners agree the goal of the store is to create community in a popular tourist area between Letcher and Harlan counties. They say the general store sits in an area that could be considered a food desert.
From here, you have to either go to Whitesburg or you have to go to Cumberland to get food. So we have a lot of regulars that live close that depend on this for their lunches. And a lot of people that work over here.
The general store serves hot food while also being a hot spot to pick up anything from snacks to Kentucky swag. Congressman Hal Rogers was at Morehead State University yesterday to announce new funding for the aerospace program. Nearly $10 million will be awarded to the institution to be used in upgrading the satellite dishes the program uses. Morehead State President Jay Morgan says the funds will be instrumental in the evolution of the university.
In order to transform a number of our contracts, our programs, help us with repairs on our satellite dishes and our equipment here to the building. We're very appreciative of the congressman.
Morehead State University is a partner of NASA, which allows its students to work with some of the brightest minds in the field. You're probably seeing a lot of ads and discussion about Amendment 2, the proposed change to the Kentucky Constitution that would open the door to public money being directed to private or charter schools. The ads in favor of it, featuring U.S. Senator Rand Paul, are being fueled in part by Pennsylvania billionaire Jeff Yass, who often donates to Republicans. The Kentucky Lantern reports Yass has contributed $5 million to the Project Freedom PAC and is associated with Senator Paul. On the other side, a group called Protect Our Schools has raised more than $3 million from teachers' unions.
It's a good morning so far, especially if you like the cold. But if we look at that London Corbin Airport, it's also not foggy either, so that is very wonderful. There's those temperatures, though, at 34 degrees in London and Corbin, so definitely a cold start to your morning. And looking throughout the region at those current temperatures, it's a pretty big range, but we're still seeing 30s throughout, 30 to 41 degrees and even 43 in Monticello. So it will be a nice and cold start to your morning, but we will be warming up to those high temperatures in the upper 60s, with some places even hitting that 70 mark today. But if you're heading off to the bus stop, it'll be nice and cold this morning, so make sure you have a jacket. Sunrise at 7:45 a.m. and I'll have the ARH 7-day forecast in just a couple of minutes. Madison?
Bring on the warm temperatures. Thank you, Megan. Thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, with 18 days until Election Day, Vice President Harris and former President Trump are focusing on the Rust Belt.